Hi, in this video I'll show you how to perform a case-insensitive keyword search or keyword lookup. Let's say, for example, we have a keyword here. We want to look up that word here to bring back the records here. So, for example, maybe I want to look at generation. You can see there's a capital G here and lowercase g. If I type in generation, press enter, right click, refresh, and you can see I have generation. Even if I type in here capital G, press enter. Now let's type in something else and then we'll go back to generation. Dash, press enter, right click, refresh, and let's go back and type in generation with a capital G. Press enter, and then right click, refresh. It should bring back still both. Let's see how we can do this. I've opened up a new workbook and we'll start this from scratch. I copy the range of data over and also have a area where I can put my keywords. Let's turn this into a table. Click in any site within the range of data, go to Insert, Table. My table does have headers. The first row are header rows. Click OK. I'll just call this one raw data. And then here for my keyword, select these two cells, go to Insert, a table. My table has headers. The first row is a header. Click OK. And I'll just call this one key. I'm going to bring both these tables into Power Query. Select this table, data, from table and range, bringing it in as a connection only table. So you can see it brought in the information, and I'll go to click and close and load. Click close and load and make it as a connection only table or connection. So I just only want a connection. Click OK. You can see here on the panel here, it's connection only. Do the same thing with the keyword table. Click in there, go to Insert, data, and from table and range, and we're going to do the same thing, bring it in as a connection only table. But we're going to transform it a little bit first because I don't want it as a table in itself. I want the value that's going to be in there. So I'll click on there, right click, drill down. And that's what I want. I just want the keyword there. Click close and load, and it's going to bring it in as connection only table. Right? Let's enter a value in there to seed it right now. So I did the dash like I did earlier. Whoops. I'll enter the dash like I did earlier. So we're going to seed this right now. And if I went into my query here, double click that and refresh that, we'll see that. So now we see that that dash is there. I'm going to close this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we want to make a reference to this table. So I'll right click, go to reference, because I'm going to assume that this table may be updated later on, so I'm going to just reference this table, and this is where a lot of the steps are going to be done. So what I want to do here is I want to create another column and make it where if it finds that word in there, then bring it back. So I'll go to Add Column, a conditional column, and what this is going to do is I'm just going to put if the word in this column contains, I'll put a filler in here right now. I'll just put, I don't know, I'll just use attitude. Then I want to bring back that column or bring back the value from that column. Otherwise empty, blank. I don't need to put that in anything in there. And you'll see that everything else is null except when it gets there, we have attitude. So I want to bring back just that column. Click OK, and I'll right click, remove that. And I'm just going to do this right now just to have this there. Click close and load so I can bring it in as a table. Close and load to, I'll bring it over here in cell H1 as a table. Existing worksheet, H1, click OK. And I have that there. Now I'm going to go back and change this to reflect that keyword. Double click this, and I'm going to go into the advanced editor to change that. So the advanced editor has all these steps laid out in M code. I'll bring my query up here. So I want to bring back that key name. So go to advanced editor, and in here where it says attitude, remove that and type in key. You'll notice as I type it, IntelliSense, Microsoft IntelliSense shows me the available options that I have for this mcode function, text contains keyword. So that key, I'm going to enter that and click done and click on close and load. You'll notice that after I changed it, it should have brought back any of those keywords with a dash, like demand driven or service desk, and that's because I needed to change that filter. So here I need to change this. I need to change the filter that I had set earlier. The filter earlier said equals attitude, right? So what I want to do is I want to go to that filter row and change that. You can select the gear icon to change it, and what we want to do is we want to filter out anything that does not equal, we want to filter anything that does not equal no, because that search is looking for nulls or anything else. So when I had my conditional column, we had a bunch of nulls. We don't want these anymore, so we want to filter out those nulls, and this is what it's doing. Now click close and load, and now I'll have my data when it gets refreshed. Let's move this over a little bit so you can see that, or just make it a little bit smaller here. So let's see about our case sensitive data, and we'll see that it didn't work here because we need to add one more extra step. If I type generation and right click, refresh, now you notice it only brought back that line. We wanted to bring back both records here, and so we just need to change one more thing here. Double click to edit this and go into the advanced editor, and in that filter, in that line where we edited key, I'm going to add an extra step here, or an extra argument, comma, and we see that's compare, and what we want to do is add an extra piece of mcode, and we're going to type out compare and ignore order note ignore case. So we want to ignore the case. So we'll just click that, so it will complete that for us. Click done, click close and load, and now you should probably see both of them now. So we have fourth generation. So if I made this both lowercase and I made this uppercase, it would still see those two. Press enter, right click, refresh, you'll still see those two, right? So that's the way that we can do a keyword lookup or keyword search using Power Query. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.